What a move by Howie Roseman. Whoa. Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Ding back here. King Ding back here. I just finished watching the Star Wars trailer. It was awesome, but I wish I didn't watch it because I don't want anything to give anything away. But time is going so slow right now. I'm telling you, all day long has feel like a year. It's feel like a year trying to get ready for this game tonight. I cannot wait. This is not just a game of 2 4-1 teams. This is the game of the Eagles' destiny, of their future. This is the statement game. This is the game that we're going to look back in time and point to when the Eagles were rising, when Carson made his debut to the world. Not just as a quarterback, but as a franchise quarterback who is going to be elite one day. And everything's breaking for the Eagles right now. I mean, it just seems like everything has pretty much been going their way. I mean, the Redskins are the second best team because the Giants stink and they haven't even won yet. And we already beat them once and we get them next week at home. Then you have the Dallas Cowboys, who I just found out from my man Pistol Whipping, that Zeke Elliott suspension is back on. 6-game suspension. Do you know what that means? That means Dallas is done. Now, I would love to beat the Dallas Cowboys at full strength. But you know what? I want to see Dak Prescott show us what he's got. Because I don't think without Zeke Elliott, he's anything. It's just keeping it real. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's as good as everybody acts like he is. And without Elliott, we're going to see that firsthand. So things are lining up perfectly for the Eagles. And we come to this Thursday night game, right? We come 2 4-1 teams. An Eagle team who has been, in my opinion, national levels, disrespected. And it pisses me off. But they've been disrespected because they beat the Giants. Because they beat the Chargers. 2 winless, stinky teams. Then they beat the Cardinals, who was a winless, stinky team. And even the Redskins was considered stinky at the time during the first game because the Redskins had looked so horrible in preseason. So they've had no respect. They've gotten 4 games and no respect. And I think back to the days. I think back to the Randall Cunningham days. I don't know if any of you is even going to see this video because it's just me ranting. I don't know if I'll even release this. You know what I mean? I'm just getting this out before the game starts. But I think back to Randall Cunningham days. I think back to that Monday Night Football game. Great Giants team, a great Giants defense with LT. And the Giants were so good and they were going to go and they were going to tune the Eagles up, and this Randall Cunningham guy, nobody really knew because there's no DirecTV back then. There was no football. You couldn't watch every game. There's no Sunday ticket. Randall Cunningham goes in. He beats the crap out of the Giants. He has a play where he stays on his feet, throws a touchdown. Boom. Randall Cunningham arrives to the national scene. Nothing was ever the same. Randall Cunningham went on to do great things, and you always think back to that game. Then you look at Donovan McNabb. Once again, the Giants come to mind. The Giants had beaten Eagles 3 times the year before. The Eagles had made the playoffs. I think they were a wild card team, and they lost to the Giants in the playoffs. And people said, you know, the Eagles, they made the playoffs, but we don't really know what they are. They had an easy schedule. They weren't a playoff team. Nobody knows what Donovan McNabb is, and, you know, they can't even beat the Giants. The Giants had beaten the Eagles like 10 times, 11 times in a row. And we go in there in New York, Meadowlands. Late in the 4th quarter, we go, throws a winning touchdown to James Thrash. Boom. The Eagles break the streak and they beat the Giants. Nothing was the same after that. The Eagles got respect. People said this is a tough team. The Eagles went on to win the division. They went on to do great things. And you look to today and you look at history and people point to that game. To that game. Okay? Now, we're sitting here with the same lack of respect for Carson Wentz and the Eagles. The same lack of respect. And what do I see? I see the Eagles going into Carolina to play a 4-1 team with Cam Newton. A team that beat New England, the Super Bowl champions, on their own home. Went and beat Detroit. Have a good defense. And the stage is set for Carson Wentz and the Eagles to make their mark. To make it now. In a few years, I believe that people will look back to this game tonight and say, that was when people knew Carson Wentz was a great franchise quarterback. That's when people will remember that the Eagles were a good team and that they were on the rise. Tonight is that kind of night. That's why I think it's special. That's why I think this is a special night. That's why I'm so excited about this game. I think that moment is tonight. Now, maybe I'll be proven wrong, and it's not tonight. We have to wait for it. But I think it's tonight. I think tonight is the night that happens. There's going to be no better time than tonight for it to happen. If the Eagles want respect, they got to go take it. If they want to be 5-1, they got to take it. They want to be treated like one of the better teams. And if you want to go turn on ESPN and NFL Network and hear people talk about your team being good, then the Eagles got to go take it. And tonight is the night to take it. So let's take it. That's how I feel. This is a special night. And I believe we're going to pull this out. And I believe we're going to win. And I don't believe there's anything anybody can do about it. Now, I may be wrong. We're going to find out. But this moment, the moment that really is the start of something special that people will look to, is tonight, I believe. It's coming. It will come because it's not here yet. Because people don't believe that the Eagles are that good. They laugh at the Eagles for beating 2 winless teams. Like the Eagles can help who they play. They say, why didn't they beat the Chiefs? That's what people say. So this is the night. You have to win this game. You have to win this game. And I think that the Eagles will. I think that they will. And I think they'll do what they have to do. And I think everybody is going to think about the Eagles a lot differently tomorrow morning than they do right now today. You know, this is a special night. This is a huge game. One of the biggest games that we've had in years. Because, let's face it, we've done nothing. We've been in nothing for years. So let's see who stands up and who's ready to play in a big-time game. Is Zach Ertz the real deal? Is Nelson Aguilar found for more than a week at a time? Does Carson Wentz up his game with Lane Johnson out? Does Fletcher Cox go? We're going to find out in less than 2 hours. We're going to find out. But I'll tell you this. Nothing in this world is free. Sometimes you just got to take it. So go take it. Go take what's yours. With that said, take care. I'll talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.